Cleveland Saints to victories. Now former quarterback Bobby Hebert is a champion of the fans in the radio broadcast booth. Hebert may be retired, but in tonight's 12 for the road, Bill Capo found him still wishing he was in uniform.
A lot of times, talk about the secondary, you want to blame.
His voice is instantly recognizable on WWL radio. The soft Cajun accent may be considered odd in places like New York or Los Angeles, but in Southeast Louisiana, he fits right in. Bobby Hebert is the native son turned hero, the high school, college, and professional football star quarterback who now provides commentary on the Saints and answers fan questions from the perspective of the guy who has been in charge of the offense.
Well, quarterbacking is a lot harder, I can tell you that, because I look at myself as like, I'm not a journalist, I just talk about what I think I have a good idea about football, about the X's and O's.
Hebert says not being a journalist actually got him into trouble when he sat in the press box during the Atlanta game.
You're supposed to be neutral in the press box. Not cheer or anything. Well, I'm ranting and raving. I'm high-fiving the fans below the press box. I'm cheering, and they tell me, Hebert, you can't do that. I go, what? I go, I'm not a journalist. I'm a Saints fan. I'm cheering for the Saints. They can kick me out. I don't care.
But he does understand his new job means he can't always be the cheerleader.
And the bottom line is, though, you have to call it like you see it. If the team's playing great, you say it, but if not, you got to point out the reasons why.
But Hebert understands how important the Saints have become to a city still recovering from a catastrophe called Katrina.
People might say, oh, it's just sports, it's not life or death, but truly, people need to escape from everyday reality in life and have something to feel good about.
Hebert has always been passionate about sports, from his childhood in cutoff to his 11 years as a pro quarterback, when he became known as the Cajun Cannon, as he completed 1,800 passes for 21,000 yards and 135 touchdowns. In 7 years with the Saints, he led the team to its first winning season and first appearance in the playoffs. And he'll never forget the thrill of playing in a dome full of fans.
It's a French saying, you get goosebumps on your arms, frissons, well, the hair starts rising on your arms. And it's hard to describe. You almost have to experience it and feel it. And you almost get to the point where, you feel like you can run through the wall.
Boy, does Bobby miss playing. And while he says the game is at the best it has ever been now, he would love getting back in uniform even at age 46 and taking on today's quarterbacks.
I would go out there and compete because I really think I could, gut it up and go out there and hang in there one game. One thing I don't miss is getting beat up and waking up Monday morning like you feel like you've been in a bad car wreck.
To hear Bobby describe it, being sacked is a bone-shattering experience.
In '89, when I got my front teeth knocked out with a knee to my mouth, it felt like, I never had this, but it'd been almost like a baseball bat coming across my face. Lawrence Taylor, I remember Lawrence Taylor, the great linebacker of the New York Giants, hit me so hard one time. The bolts on my face mask just shattered. Where when you're young, you're in shape, you get beat up on Sunday, you're ready to go full speed by Wednesday. Then all of a sudden, when I hit 33 is when I noticed, now it was now Thursday, then it became Friday.
But Hebert said he always tried to fake out the opponents to demoralize them.
Always took the approach that if you can take a hit from an opponent, even though you're hurting, and not let them know that you're hurting, that really messes with their mind.
But Hebert notes the rules have been changed to protect today's star quarterbacks and the players the fans pay to see from injury.
The defensive players joke with you, you might as well put a dress on the quarterback because you can't hit him below the waist. You can't hit him above the neck and the shoulders.
But the ultimate Saints fan notes this is the best year ever to be a Saints fan, and the players know it.
You have to be able to look in the mirror and say that I gave it my all, and that you're representing not only the Saints, but the city, the community, and then your fellow teammates. And that's the difference, where it's not just collecting a paycheck.
Bobby Hebert's 12 for the road recipe is called the Cajun Cannon, but it was Emerald's Delmonico restaurant that provided a Virgin Mary mix spicy enough for the quarterback.
I like spice, the whole Cajun spice of life, and that's what we're going to make here.
Oh, you got plenty of spices on this one?
Yeah, we got plenty of spices.
All right, so start.
Okay, right here, we're going to go with a half an ounce of Worcestershire sauce. God, that's a hard word for a Cajun to say. We'll put that in here. Worcestershire sauce. What's that there, sauce? And a half an ounce of lemon juice. Going to mix that in here. And then we're going to come with a little pinches of essence, 2 pinches. You're going to go 1 spoon of horseradish. That was 1 pinch of celery salt. Now 1 pinch of black pepper. Put the black pepper in here. You notice I'm putting some pretty good pinches. So
Oh, yeah, you are. This is going to be a good drink.
this is going to be a good drink, nice and stout, great for the holidays. And then we're going to put the tomato juice in here.
Tomorrow night, we'll wrap up 12 for the Road with a tour of the Homeless House Plantation, which has been restored to impressive splendor. A toast.
A toast. Happy holidays to my folks on Bayou Lafourche in the great city of New Orleans. Cheers.
I'm Bill Capo, Eyewitness News, Night Watch.